Wonderful. So, hi to everyone in the meeting, everyone about to join. My name is Aubrey, and I am an enrollment coordinator at Travelbud. And today I want to chat with you about our internship programs that we have partnered with GMU to offer over the next coming months throughout winter, spring, into next summer and fall as well. A lot of really exciting opportunity coming up, especially for a time where I think a lot of people are looking to get those tickets on the nightstand. That's a phrase I always use, just needing something to look forward to at this point. I know we've all had a long year, especially as students. I'm sure, it's been trying. You've been in line and on person and doing a lot of things that were completely unprecedented. So I really think a lot of people, at least in my experience, applicants I speak to every day are really saying, like, if not now, when? I'm ready for a change. I'm ready to sort of get going again. So that's why we are so excited to be partnered with GMU to offer our Travelbud internship programs over the next year. So first and foremost, just to introduce myself, my name is Aubrey, and I am Zooming you right now from Los Angeles. I was just mentioning to Kelly, we're based all over. So Travelbud is based in Cape Town, mainly. I work remote from Los Angeles, and then my fellow enrollment coordinator, Brooke, works remote from New Orleans. So I went to Pace University in Manhattan. I'm originally from Connecticut. I have a bachelor's degree in communications, which I think I definitely use one way or another every day. And I went to Vietnam just last February to get my TESOL and Teach through Travelbud. So very, very recently, I was in your shoes. I was in the shoes of all of our applicants. And I use my personal experience, stories, tips, advice, emotion every single day to help applicants. So as an enrollment coordinator, I handle all of our new applications that come in for people looking to teach abroad, get certified to teach English, and I really jumpstart the process, explain the programs step by step, what it's all going to look like, ease any nerves, really break everything down and sort of get the ball rolling and provide that initial support. So that is me. So on today's agenda, I wanted to chat, of course, about our Teach Abroad opportunities coming up through GMU. I also just want to explain a little bit about Travelbud, who we are, what we offer, who we are as a team. And then I also I'll add a few little stories in. I can't help it. I'm super passionate, as you might see. So I always love to add a little personal touch, and I'll share some stories of my own. And then at the end, absolutely any questions you have, feel free to either join in or type in the chat, and me and lovely Kelly will be happy to answer. All right, so first of all, what is teaching abroad about for Travelbud and our teachers? So there are a lot of different ways to immerse yourself in a new culture, right? And I think what's most important to us is to immerse yourself and to travel meaningfully and holistically. So yes, you can visit a country, right? Plop yourself down, maybe get a job, maybe intern, make some friends, and that's wonderful. But to take it to that next step and find a community, really get to know about the country you're in, why things are the way they are, why people are the way they are, the history, politics, government, cultural etiquette, current affairs. That's really taking travel to us to the next level. And I want to say that if you are in this, presentation already, I think that you probably already have a little bug in your mind, a little travel bug, or the idea that, that is something that's attractive to you, to really have that change of scenery and really take travel to the next level. So I just want to say, whatever has inspired you to join this presentation, learn more about teaching abroad, learn more about Travelbud, I think you're probably already on the right track. This is exactly what I did just a year ago. So I think you're probably, you're probably on the right path already if you're here. So our goal is to just send teachers abroad and marry them with high quality schools to make an impact. I think a lot of times teachers in the US are really, really underappreciated and really underrespected for the amount of influence that they have on younger generations or high schoolers or college students or young adults. I think we've lost a lot of the value of education in the US, not always, but a lot of times. So I think it's so important, to cultivate this teaching experience where you really can make an impact, and you're teaching with purpose. And in return, you're learning from your students as well all the time. Also, just by doing something like taking this chance on yourself, right? And stepping outside of your comfort zone and realizing there are multiple pathways to success. Just taking that chance on yourself, you are going to experience irreplaceable personal growth. I can say that without a doubt from my own experience, but also professional growth. The skills that you learn in your TESOL course or in a classroom or just by living in a new country and having to navigate and network and meet new people and sort of hold your own, those skills transfer into your life when you come back home, into any job you take when you come home, your career path, if you want to continue your education. Those are all transferable skills, time management, navigation, even classroom management. You can take that into like a management role, in another career. So everything is transferable and everything is connected. So I think sometimes people initially think of, teaching abroad as, a gap or a gap year or a gap break. But it's really not. It's so much more than that, truly. So just a little bit about Travelbud. Travelbud was started in 2012. This is a very condensed version of the story. But basically our founder was visiting Thailand. He was on a trip around the world and he spent a few months teaching as part of that trip in Thailand. And he sort of had this epiphany, and he had met a handful of people on this trip and just started talking and really saying, hey, I really feel like there needs to be a more holistic approach to teaching abroad than how we just went about this. So our goal, as I touched on a little bit, is to really just offer a really holistic, inclusive way to teach abroad. And we really, really believe that we've curated internship programs that will allow you GMU students the opportunity, like I said, to grow personally and professionally, and really truly simultaneously, in a really unique setting in these really, really culturally rich destinations. Just teaching you how to be, culturally sensitive, adaptable, well-rounded. Every single one of our programs have been really, really carefully selected. These programs take a very long time to plan and map out. We don't take it lightly because it really is a life-changing experience for you, for your students, for the other teachers at your school that you'll meet. Everything is a ripple effect. So we put a lot of intention into planning these programs. Again, making sure that you're coming out of this with transferable skills, that will benefit your future, that you've positively impacted your students. And also, in return, providing pay for some of our internships and also credit. So it's really meant to be a holistic, well-rounded experience. And in terms of the Travelbud team, hi to everyone joining, by the way, welcome. Hi. Everyone at Travelbud has taught abroad themselves. So when you first inquire with Travelbud, you'll probably chat with me or Brooke, my fellow enrollment coordinator. We have all done our TESOL through Travelbud, taught abroad. So yes, we are pros at handling, the complicated professional side of the programs and all the little logistics and visas and immigration and flights and contracts. And yes, we have all that covered. But also we get it. We understand the nerves, the excitement. We know that deciding to teach abroad is a really, really exciting decision, but it's a really big decision, to really pick up and tell your friends or your family, hey, I'm really going to do this. It's exciting, but it's nerve wracking. So I make sure every single applicant that I speak to, that I make it very clear that I was in your shoes truly not too long ago. And we are always here to support you on a professional level, but I honestly think more importantly, the support that we provide on a personal level, just from our own experience, is what really is the icing on the cake. So what do our programs offer? So when I say our programs are a holistic approach to teaching abroad, what I really mean is that from the moment you inquire on the Travelbud website to the minute you are at the airport in Thailand, in line at immigration, to the minute you start your TESOL course, to the minute you're teaching, we're checking in on you the entire way through. This is about a lot more than just giving you a great job at a great school. That's fantastic. And that is the goal, but there are so many moving parts, in between. So with Travelbud, you are always going to have full pre-departure support. You'll meet our incredible support team. You'll work with our placement teams in Thailand, in Costa Rica, in South Korea. We are going to handle every last document you need to gather. What do you need to do with it? Triple check everything once you have it. Explain every last detail of the logistics of your arrival. Adapt on your behalf to any changes that happen, right? This is a really, how can I say? This is not, we're not in certain times, right? There's a lot of worry. There's a lot of elephants in the room, right? We're in a pandemic and we're aware of that. And we've spent the last year and a half adapting every single aspect of our course, our orientation, our process, everything, adapting to make sure that we can continue to send teachers safely, respectfully, and efficiently. So when we say pre-departure support, that's every last bit, every question you have, every nerve, prepping you for interviews. Honestly, I felt like I just had a friend when I was going through Travelbud to get my TESOL last February. The way that I was emailing the support team, I am a gal of a million questions. I was literally chatting them on WhatsApp when I was at immigration in Vietnam saying, okay, I have these documents. Am I good? And they were like, yes, absolutely. Let us know when you're through the line. So really it's pre-departure support in every sense of the word. We also provide culturally immersive orientations. So like I touched on a little bit in the beginning, yes, you can just drop down in a country and start working and figure it out as you go. But we know from our personal experience that it's really, really important to immerse yourself respectfully in a new culture. It's important to learn the history of Thailand, Costa Rica, what the government is like in South Korea, cultural etiquette, what's okay in a classroom at GMU might really not be okay in a classroom in Thailand. How would you know that, right? Unless someone is breaking that down for you and prefacing that and explaining. It's important to learn how to go to the markets and barter respectfully and learn a bit of the language, right? So that's what we mean when we say culturally immersive orientations, just to really lay the groundwork and help you understand living in Costa Rica, Thailand, South Korea, specifically from a teacher point of view. We also offer guaranteed job placements for all of our internship programs. So when you apply and enroll onto any of our internship programs through GMU, that is guaranteed job placement. That is always our end of the bargain. Whenever we accept a teacher onto our program or an applicant, we offer 100% guaranteed job placement at one of our partner schools in any of these 3 countries. We also offer 24/7 in-country support. So in all of our program countries, in this case, again, Costa Rica, South Korea, Thailand, we have a team that lives on the ground. So our placement team in Thailand, they live in Hua Hin. In Costa Rica, they live in Palmares, right? So you never have to worry that, let's say you're in Thailand, right? And now you start teaching and you have a question, forbid you have an emergency, a legality, a question about your visa, and you're like, oh my gosh, how I can't call Kelly, I can't call Aubrey, I can't call Travelbud, they're in a different time zone, I need help right now. You always, always, always have a team in country whose job is to be poised, equipped, ready to respond in real time to anything you need. And that was really important to my parents. I think it's an understatement to say that my parents were really nervous when I told them I was going to Vietnam. I even had my mom on the phone to Travelbud. That is no exaggeration. So truly having that team that's always in country. They had my emergency contacts from home. I had a 24-hour number I could call. That was really important to my parents, but it was also really important to me, and I took advantage of it, trust me. And also obviously offering college credit, and a couple of the internships will be paid as well, as we'll chat through. Wonderful. So as I already said a few times, with GMU, we've partnered to offer internships in 3 amazing locations, 3 of by far of our most popular program countries: Thailand, Costa Rica, and South Korea. Maybe some of you have already traveled a bit, been to some of these countries, want to go back. Maybe some of these places are on your bucket list, but they're really completely different from each other, but absolutely incredible. So first we'll just chat about Costa Rica. So for Costa Rica, we have 2 internship timelines. So the first would be our winter teaching internship, which is coming up really, really soon. So if any of you have that travel bug that won't go away, like we were discussing a little bit in the beginning, there is an opportunity to head abroad really soon for that December winter internship. If not, we have our summer TESOL and teaching internship for next summer. So maybe finishing up the school year sounds better to you and you're looking to head abroad next summer. That summer 2022 internship could be a great option. Why Costa Rica? Costa Rica is an incredible place. I'm sure most of you have heard about Bali, which is a super popular, like beautiful tropical destination, right, in the East. And we've heard so many people saying that Costa Rica is the new Bali. So Costa Rica is one of the top ecotourism destinations in the world. They plan to be completely carbon neutral in the next few years. They have no military. They're a pacifist nation. They have a really, really, really vibrant, welcoming culture. Pura Vida is the motto in Costa Rica. I'm sure some of you have heard that as well. It's really just about like being peaceful and laid back. The naturescapes in Costa Rica are stunning. Obviously, you have an incredible opportunity to improve your Spanish skills, which is really, really wonderful to be able to speak Spanish. If you want a job in the US or really around the world, that's an incredible skill to have, especially on a resume if you want to come back, apply for jobs. So really great opportunity to improve your Spanish. It doesn't matter if you are a really beginner Spanish speaker or you're fluent. We accommodate teachers of all levels, and you do not need to know any of these native languages to teach in these countries either. So don't worry if you can't speak Spanish, that is not required. Again, really just learning about conservation of nature, and that's huge in Costa Rica. Also, obviously, bringing in the new year in a beautiful country, which I think would be a celebration we all deserve after this past year. So those are just honestly a few of the key points of why it's Costa Rica is a really, really attractive place to teach. So just in terms of dates, just to go through this really quickly, that upcoming December internship that I mentioned will run December 27th through January 16th. You'll complete your online TEFL, which is your certification to teach English as a foreign language, before you head out. That will run from October 4th to about November 3rd or 4th. It runs for 4 straight weeks. It's 120 hours, and it really does make you feel prepared to teach, lesson planning, how to teach students of different skill levels, how to teach different topics, themes, how to use flashcards, how to create assignments. It's really, really an immersive TEFL course. That's the certification you would complete before you headed to Costa Rica for that December 27th intake. Applications do close rather soon. They close October 4th. So again, if you're looking to teach and travel ASAP and you just know this is for you and you're ready to go, we are ready for you. We're ready for your application. Send it our way. When you head to Costa Rica, you also do get a phenomenal cultural orientation. Brooke, who's our fellow enrollment coordinator that I mentioned earlier, actually just headed to Costa Rica for our last TESOL course intake, just to like meet all the teachers and partake and just really create those connections with all these teachers we meet, you know, via Skype and email and on the phone. She wanted to just go in person and really just experience this orientation with all the teachers. So she had an incredible time. A lot of pictures in this presentation are hers. You'll have Spanish language lessons, a tour of San Ramon, which is the area where you'll likely be teaching. You're going to visit some local history museums, sugarcane plantations, coffee plantations, hikes, visiting local markets, national parks, waterfalls. Costa Rica is incredible. So that cultural orientation is exciting. Also, you're going to touch on cultural etiquette, again, politics, history, current affairs, etc.
Aubrey,
yeah.
I'm sorry to interrupt. Just a heads up that I'll have to sign off shortly before 1:30 or 10:30 your side.
Yeah, sure.
Sorry for another session, maybe about 25 or so. So if yeah, if there's anything you need to share, let me know.
Got it. Okay, well, I'm going to start going faster because, like I said, I get super passionate and chat a lot. So I'm going to speed it up. Thank you for telling me that. I'm not a clock watcher. So summer 2022, Costa Rica, dates are here. Of course, all this information will be available as well on the GMU website. You can contact Kelly, contact Travelbud. We will absolutely inform you dates, you know, length of contract, etc. So for summer 2022, again, you're looking at 4 to 8 weeks of teaching, but you'll actually do your TESOL course in person in Costa Rica. So a little bit of a difference there, which is exciting. We have internships in Thailand. So these would all be for next year, May, December, and then a longer summer course. For the just the draw to Thailand, I could never put this into a quick presentation. The time I've spent in Thailand, Vietnam, Southeast Asia is life-changing. It's a collectivist culture. It's literally known as the land of smiles. It is the most welcoming, beautiful, warm place. You feel like you're home the minute you get off the plane. You can learn so much about Buddhism and oh my gosh, I will really chat on and on. So I'm going to just skip that for a moment. But again, when you head to Thailand, you're always going to get that cultural immersion orientation at the start before you begin teaching. Really, really exorbitantly inexpensive cost of living in Thailand. You do not need all the riches in the world to live a really, really comfortable lifestyle in Thailand. Education in Thailand is so respected. Being a teacher is a really, really highly regarded position. You're almost treated like a little celebrity, and I'm not kidding, by like your students, their parents, your neighbors. Thailand is also the most open in terms of the pandemic throughout a lot of our program countries. So that's another draw, I would say, as well. Teaching in Thailand, predominantly you're looking at Monday through Friday. Public schools, male teachers usually teach high school, just culturally in Thailand. Female teachers usually teach like primary, middle school. And we do have a couple of paid programs for Thailand. So the first program for May 2022, you're looking at a salary of about $800 to $1,000 per month in addition to credits. So you have a chance to really immerse yourself, meet other expats, other teachers, while also getting paid and receiving credit at the same time. So again, that's that May 30th intake. Just a couple of details here. Airport you would fly into, we pick you up, we assist fully with accommodation, pre-book and pre-arrange everything for you. We'll take care of your visa, you know, let you know about criminal background check, what documents you need. We'll walk you through the entire process, start to finish. But just a few details here. I was even going to suggest screenshotting if you wanted to, just to sort of keep all of those on your phone or laptop. But again, they'll all be on the GMU website as well. So that's May 30th through August 12th. Cultural orientation, volunteering at a local animal rescue organization, Muay Thai lessons, cooking class, visiting local temples, Thai language lessons. Really, it's such a jam-packed week. I felt like my orientation week in Vietnam was a month long. My brain was pulsing from learning so much. We also have our winter teaching internship in Thailand coming up next December. These dates are going to be decided in the very near future. So I'll skip that for just a little bit, but that's going to be a really short internship over winter break. So for those of you who aren't looking to teach for a full, summer or 3 months, this December 2022 winter teaching internship might be right up your alley there. We also have our experienced teacher program, which I just want to chat about for one quick minute. So this is going to be next summer in Thailand, June 26th through August 12th. So for GMU students who have graduated already and hold a degree in education, linguistics, or teachers who already hold a TEFL or TESOL certification. This program is for you. It's also for students who have graduated with a degree that might not be in education or linguistics. You're welcome to also just complete a TEFL and then head over with us for this intake. So this is going to be a lengthier teaching experience, June through August. You're still going to have a week of orientation, but you're really, really going to feel like a full-blown teacher here. Obviously, you would have graduated. You're going to use, everything you just learned at GMU and then really take it to the next level in the classroom. So this experienced teacher program, again, is going to be for graduates next summer in Thailand. And then very lastly, we have our South Korea programs. Again, I know this is a ton of information. All of this will be on the Travelbud and the GMU websites. We have our summer TESOL and teaching in South Korea. So this is going to be next May to August. South Korea is incredible. It is a blend of old, you really feel like all the deep, rich history and culture of South Korea mixed with this super modern, high-tech society. It's really incredible, super deep respect for education in Korea. Really, really interesting history, a lot of pride. It's a really beautiful place to immerse yourself in, truly. So that's going to be our summer TESOL and teaching. So you'd arrive in Korea, you have that full week of cultural orientation, visiting Gyeongbok Palace, doing tea tastings, cooking class, really getting to know so many different teachers. There's also a GMU sister campus in Incheon. So we're also planning some networking opportunities with fellow students, which I think is really exciting. For our Korea course, you're going to do a full in-class TESOL followed by teaching for about 4 to 6 weeks at one of our partner schools. I think that's a super, super exciting opportunity as well. So I just wanted to wrap up and provide our Instagram, Travelbud Co, and also our email address. Like I said, I know that was a ton of information. It's going to be posted in multiple places. I know that we have a couple of minutes left. Kelly, if you have to jump off or if I do, please let me know.
Yes.
But I just wanted to
oh, sorry, I do have to jump off. I made you the host, so you can stay, no worries.
Okay, perfect. I'll stay on for a couple minutes. Absolutely fine.
But yeah. I can just share real quick. And thank you so much, Aubrey, for all this great information. It's really helpful. So my name's Kelly and I work at Mason, coordinating our internship programs. So I put in the chat then first a sign-in sheet so if you put your information into that, we can follow up with you afterwards. I also put the website to apply for these programs. And now I'm going to put my email address. It's gointern@gmu.edu. But the biggest thing just to remember is that first step is you apply through Mason, and then we approve you for the credits for this program, and then we'll nominate you after that to Travelbud. So we're always talking with Travelbud about different specific questions you might have and all, but the first step is making sure to be with Mason so you're all set in order to get credits for this. Then we would nominate you. So you can schedule a one-on-one meeting with me, and I'll just drop that link in the chat too. And then I just have to head out. But then, yeah, Aubrey, if you want to stay on and answer further questions, feel free to shoot any emails that you have, an email with questions anything that might not be clear.
Okay. We will. Thanks, Kelly.
Sure. And sorry, I'm just putting in the chat the scheduling meeting.
No worries. Thank you so much for everyone who joined. Did anyone have any questions before I hop off at all? You're welcome to type it in the chat as well. Just let me know. I'm really happy to. Bye.
Thank you.
So nice to meet you. Thanks, Kelly. Any last questions? Thank you guys so much. Like I said, feel free to DM our Instagram, email us there, or set up those meetings or reach out to Kelly. All of us are more than happy to answer questions, talk about our own personal experience. Like I said, I was in Vietnam. All of us at Travelbud have taught in South Korea or Thailand, and we are always happy to chat. Any questions before I hop off?
I don't have any right now. No.
Okay, no problem. Thank you so much for listening. I appreciate it so much.
So the form we have to do the. I know once I log off, I can't get these links anymore.
Yeah, please feel free to copy and paste those. Take your time. I won't end the meeting yet. I'll stay on for another minute or two, so you can copy those.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
The schedule a meeting link doesn't work.
Oh, let's see.
The last link, I can't get anything to come up.
Oh yeah, I just clicked it. Let me, I'll shoot Kelly an email when we get off, and I'll let her know that that link didn't work. Also, do you have, did Kelly post her direct email here?
Okay, I see it.
Yep. I also believe you could email that gointern@gmu.edu.edu. And if you want to just let her know that her meeting link wasn't working, I don't have access to her meeting link, or else I would forward it to you, or I would post it here. I don't actually have that on my end. So if you want to just reach out there and ask her for that meeting link, I feel like she might have just left a letter off by accident on the end. But yeah, she should be able to send you a fresh link.
Okay. And you said the last question I have is the program that's in December. That's for Costa Rica. That's correct.
Yes. So if you're looking to travel ASAP, the soonest upcoming program would be in Costa Rica. That's the winter internship, and that would be December 27th through January 16th. And that will be for college credit. You'll complete your online TEFL certification with us before you head abroad to teach, so that you're prepped and ready to go for your experience in Costa Rica. You'll have that cultural orientation. So yes, Costa Rica winter internship, not winter internship would be the next upcoming. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Have a good rest of your day.
You too, Aubrey.
Bye.